Continuing on here at the ISS Impressions Expo 2023 at the Long Beach Convention Center, had loads of direct-to-film questions. So we're gonna give you all the rest of the inside information on everything DTF. Make sure you stick around. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and drop a thumbs up before we get into it. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, needs no introduction. Proud to be joined by Alan Wade, Adubb Productions in the house.
I mean, that was a wonderful introduction. I appreciate it.
I wrote it myself. All right, we got a quick question for you if you got a moment for our YouTube audience. You got some time?
Let's go, let's do it.
All right, now this is kind of a DTF themed video. For our viewers who may not have been familiar or heard of direct-to-film yet, what would you say are two of the biggest benefits of DTF?
Two of the biggest benefits, in my opinion, is the fact that when you have a DTF printer, you actually have two businesses in one. You can make shirts as well as sell transfers. That's a huge money maker. So when you invest in a DTF printer, like, it's two businesses in one, right? People always think of, okay, well, I'm gonna sell shirts, but guess what? You can also provide transfers and sell transfers to help other people start their businesses also. So two businesses in one. Huge money-making potential.
There we go. You got one more big benefit for them they may not have been familiar with?
One more thing is, like, these systems right here, in my experience, are like lower maintenance than DTG printer.
There we go. And that's a big benefit for the end user. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course, always a pleasure.
My man. All right, we got Philly with Transfer Superstars here at the All-American Print Supply booth. We're here at the DTG section. You got a moment for our audience?
I do. I'm just stopping by. Love your booth.
Fantastic.
What questions you got, bro?
All right, man. In your opinion, what would you say are some of the biggest differences between DTG and DTF?
We've actually done both DTG and DTF before. We've done it for several years. And with DTG, what we did not like is mainly the pre-treatment process. It's a pain in the rear to have to pre-treat a shirt, heat press it, then decorate. So we just didn't like that process. With heat transfers, you're able to just put it on light, dark garments without the pre-treatment, and it'll be super vibrant. So that's the number one reason why we love DTF over DTG.
No, I hear you. I mean, I'd say the pre-treating process, it's a science. That was probably the biggest learning curve.
And another thing I want to jump in is color. So with DTF, you're able to capture very, very vibrant colors without the pre-treatment. Sometimes with pre-treatment, you got to throw a ton of pre-treatment on there just to get the colors to pop. DTF, darks, lights, the color's gonna pop. It's definitely superior to us. And it's also great for entry level because you don't actually even have to have a DTF printer, so you can actually order transfers from other companies. For ourselves, with transfers, you're able to do neck tags, you're able to do bags, you're able to do canopies. There's a ton that you can do with DTF versus DTG. So it's out there. Make sure you guys take advantage of this technology.
Absolutely. Spoken like a true pro. Phil, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by. You having fun at the trade show?
Oh, I'm having a great time. Thanks for your time, Esteban.
There we
Drop
go.
a link below.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, what a treat, guys. Gary, thank you so much for stopping by. Mr. T-Shirt Help Desk himself. Yeah. Now, you've been kind of working all over the different matrix, the different printing methods. You cover really everything on your awesome channel. I want to ask you a question if you got a moment for our audience.
Sure.
All right, what could you share with our viewers as far as your biggest discovery in your direct-to-film journey so far?
First and foremost is how direct-to-film is such a disruption. It is literally disrupting screen printing, DTG, white toner. It is literally taking over because, you know, a little machine like this that fits on a desk and you could get something that is very similar quality to the stuff that you see in stores and not a lot of work involved. So I think that the fact that you can get something that's so high quality for such a low price.
Absolutely, no, I couldn't have said it better myself. Has there been any learning curves or hiccups along the way that you were able to overcome?
It's always something to get used to a new product, and there is maintenance involved, but not really at first, because I was doing it manually. I thought that having to shake a white glue was going to be like a big deal, but it's really nothing. It's really easy. It looks a lot more harder than what it actually is. It's not a big deal at all.
Okay.
Very straightforward, and I think that if you try it, you're going to be really happy with the results you get. It's really on par with the stuff that you see in stores without having to go through all the rigmarole or money of all the other stuff.
You heard it from the man yourself, everyone. Gary, thank you so much for your time. We got some projects in the works. Make sure everybody stay tuned, right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. All right, guys, had to stop by the Firebird booth, say what's up to our boy Gerald with Breakthrough Custom Clothing. Now, Gerald, for someone looking here for a direct-to-film printer, why should they consider a DTG machine?
I think DTG would be great if you're looking for DTF because you can do both of them. DTG, you know, whether you're doing GTX, you're doing the Epson, polyprint, you can add films to it and print DTF with it. So you get the best of both worlds with that. So, you know, find a good machine that prints good and you like it. And then when you got to do some DTF prints of, you know, polyester, some hat prints, you know, sleeve prints, and you can gang it on a sheet, then, you know, rock it. So, I mean, that's why I would say get a DTG machine.
Cover all your bases, am I right?
Yeah.
Man, always a pleasure, Gerald. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the show, okay, brother?
Thank you.
All right, we're back at the All-American Print Supply booth. We got the whole Adorned by Light apparel crew here. We got Ada and Lucia. Want to see if you had a moment to, while you're taking in the trade show, answer a couple quick questions for our audience?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you say is maybe the craziest thing you've applied direct-to-film onto?
The craziest thing has been when we use a tote burlap bag and we had to apply the DTF transfer on it. We're like, how are we gonna do this? I mean, there's so many like hems, like so many details in it. So you have to be very careful.
Because burlap, I feel, has got a bunch of holes. It's a weird texture and it applied no problem.
Yeah, there was a section where it did have some like hem, but everything else has holes. So you have to be very careful about it. So we made sure the sizing and everything was ready to put on the bag.
Awesome. All right, Lucia, could you share with our audience maybe what's been the biggest learning curve as far as direct to film?
How to peel out the
peel the
film.
transfer?
Yes, sometimes people say it's on cold peel, sometimes they say it's on hot peel, and I had to learn it myself because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and we did it. I peel it up on hot peel.
Okay, and what's your technique? What do you like to do?
Against me, like this.
Perfect. See, that's how you know they're DTF pros. You never want to lift that film up to the ceiling.
No.
I like to go in a smooth motion against the garment itself.
Yes, and first I just put like a little pressure in the corner, and if that stick on the garment, it's ready to peel.
Yes, yes.
Hey, thank you guys so much for taking the time to stop by the booth.
Thank you so
We'll see you later.
much.
Absolutely, thank you. All right, now look who we ran into, the world famous Leo of Key Print Co. For those of you who may not be familiar, Leo, you're sort of, I'm not gonna say jack of all trades, more of a master of all trades. You cover lots of different printing, right?
I've been in it for a few years now, so I'm pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, very good. If you got a quick moment, want to ask you a quick question about direct to film. You got some time for our audience?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so in your experience, what would you say has been one of the biggest mistakes you've made with DTF?
As embarrassing as it sounds, it's a two-parter. The real mistake that I made when I first started at DTF was I tried to invent the process myself, and I thought I was saving money, which I was initially, but what I learned is there's a reason why shakers exist. And what you're gonna find out quickly is if you're doing it by hand, you can get the first 12 pretty good, and then afterwards you're gonna start noticing there's this shaker purpose to it all. So I would have probably gone a shaker if I started out again. Now I know better, but definitely a lot of bad prints because I was just doing it by hand.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, fantastic. Leo, always a pleasure, man. Hope you guys have been having a great show. We'll see you around. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Whew. WTH, that was a lot of information on DTF. If there were any questions that we didn't get to that you still want some information on, go ahead and drop those in the comment section down below. Got a little bit more to get to while we're here at ISS 2023 at the Long Beach Convention Center. That's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this one. Go ahead and drop a thumbs up on this video. My name is Esteban, we're All American Print Supply. We'll see you on the next one.